Hey everyone, so I'm going to do a compressor pedal shootout. Compression pedals are designed to kind of help you out in a way of keeping your volume like the same, if that makes sense. Kind of hard to describe. Compression pedals, like when you play softly and then you play really hard with tube amps pick that up 100%, and when you pick really lightly, and then when you pick really hard, the volume goes with it. A compression pedal actually compresses that volume to stay the same, which is actually quite brilliant when you think about it. A lot of albums, like when you record and stuff, you use compressors, so then your album doesn't just go like complete shooting air out of your speakers and stuff. So compression is very important. I do recommend these pedals to people, but I definitely wouldn't say rely on them and always have them on. I like these pedals a lot, and I think they can benefit you, but don't let that discourage, like, oh, I just always have this pedal on so I can pick whatever volume I want, or I can pick as hard as I want, because it will affect your playing. I noticed whenever I started using it a lot, I was like, oh wow, I took this pedal off and I didn't like how I sounded. I was picking and my volumes were everywhere, and whenever I need it, I use it. Um, but right as of right now, I'm not even using any of them. But these pedals are great, and I think that they can help you out in a live situation with you cutting through the mix with you playing really hard leads or something, and you want to stay the same volume. That being said, you have a Boss Cs3, which is like the standard Boss one, and then you have an Mxr Dynacomp. And this one says compression sustainer. This one just says Dynacomp. They actually are basically the exact same thing. The only difference is this one just has very few controls. You have output and sensitivity. And then this one, you do have more attack, tone, level, and sustain. Basically blend these two and these two kind of together with that one. I don't know. I don't really believe in compression, like making your compressor sound different from your tone. I follow a lot of people's like thoughts on these pedals whenever I first got them, and they try to make the signal the exact same, just keep it the same volume. So these are the settings I use for this one. Actually, Sinister Gates from Avenged Sevenfold uses the same settings, so I like using that. And the MXR, this is what they always use. So, anyways, this is your clean channel. It's going through a Schechner Hellraiser Stage 100 SG Standard through the Mesa 212 with vintage 30s. So here's our clean channel without anything. See how it's very soft playing? And then I'm going to hit it harder. So you notice the last one was definitely volumed. It was like, okay, now you're very loud at the ending. We're going to do the same thing with distortion now, and we're going to hear the differences. So we are on the lead channel of the Schecter, and this is just my looper pedal, by the way. I'm just using that. So So you can see that that actually does do a difference. Like I said earlier in the video, I think these can help a lot of people out. I just don't think that you should rely on them for your skill level. Definitely try to pick consistently, because it just helps you out in the studio and in the long run. Yeah, so these pedals are great. I think you can use them for a lot of things, and if you really wanted to get weird, you probably could use these to actually record into like an interface, and these can help your tracks if you wanted to like do a more budget recording. But a lot of studios, they have like rack mounts and they already have compressors built in the computers and they do all that other crap. So kind of leave it up to the computer or the producer and find out. But these pedals are good. Whenever you're doing really hard leads, you pop this on and you will always hit a note. Your note will always go through. So very cool. I know it's a video that's kind of like, oh, what's the difference? I got this one first, so I like this one first, or I like this one more just because it's blue and it's kind of cool. I just got this one the other day just to see if there was a difference, and there's really not much of a difference. So I think whichever one you can find, definitely I would keep the settings to make your tone sound the same. And that's pretty much it. There's really nothing to it. Anyways, hope this video helps. You can support my channel by hitting the support button, and your money will help go to a better camera. And support my YouTube, and I will keep doing more videos. Anyways, have a great day. Goodbye.